Rise and shine, my little pet. Oh, word has gotten out that you've been wagging your tail for other people. And we can't just have that now, can we? You've been a very naughty little pet. Well, I'll give you the honest benefit of the doubt. Maybe you were just caught up in the moment, or maybe you're just weak-hearted, or maybe you're just my pathetic problem now. Oh no, I don't mean it. You're actually quite amazing. After all, you made me feel something. No, it's nothing like that. Angry? Do I seem angry to you? No, don't mind that. That's just a consequence. I wouldn't be angry or anything, but you are mine. And you'd do well to keep in mind that you're my personal pet. Don't get cocky. That would be the worst thing you could do. Oh, come now. You know I'm good for it. Jealous? Jealous me. What's with that snide little smile? You best wash it off before I have to get angry. Why you? Making these accusations. Well, of course I'm not jealous. If I was, I would keep you here and obviously I'm going to let you go. What? I'm not some kind of cruel keeper. No, I'm much more than that. And probably a measure more... Oh, what's the word? Cruel? Sadistic? I don't know. You'll have to decide later. Now, toodaloo. No, I'm not following you. It just looks that way. We both just happen to go in the same direction. Carry on now. No. What's that? Oh, the tracker I attached to you. Oh, think nothing of it. It's just a dummy tracker. You don't need to worry about things above you. No, go along now. Besides, I have something very important to do. No, it's much too important to tell you. Now, why don't you go and spend time with those people who you want to? Oh, fancy meeting you here. I would have never guessed that you ended up here. Why, I only looked at the tracking mechanism 3 times. It's a fun little app, see? Tells me where you've been, when, and how many people are near you. Isn't it just the handiest thing? No, I just needed to go here to meditate. It is the library, after all. I like to read a good book on, new torture methods and otherwise. What book I'm reading now? Obviously, it's too complicated for me to explain to you. Excuse? No, of course not. I'd never resort to something so base. Now come on, go along your business, and we'll part ways. I'll be on this side of the room, and you'll be on that one. Go and resort to your primitive methods of meeting others. What? Don't hate me because I'm knowledgeable. Oh no, is it you're jealous of my looks? But your looks are quite adequate. In fact, I'd say you're about 25% as beautiful as me. Fine. 75, but that's final offer. No, of course not. Nothing like that. Stalking you. Why would I do something like that? You're my pet. And besides, aren't you practically infatuated with me? I'm just confirming, going about my business. See? Nothing to worry about. Just me being me. The usual and what have you. Now run along. Curses. What if they find out? Not like me to worry, but perhaps they've got some secrets for me to find. I sure hope not. Please, don't forget about me. Oh, you didn't hear anything. I was just talking to myself. Why don't you just run along now? So you are still there. Look, I can't have you going and giving your attention to anyone else. I'd have to torture them and find them. It's just natural. Now I could follow you to where you're going, or you could tell me. What's going on? Oh, interesting. For a pet, you're quite honest. I thought for sure you'd make a lie and I'd be able to tell. Oh, because I attached a lie detector to you, of course. So be sure to tell the truth, the honest truth, and nothing but the truth. Well, let's just say after things settled down, after the incident with Kuro-sensei, it was... well, I don't know how to say it, but I've become paranoid of losing someone. Someone of worth to me. Someone who's important in their own way, and I... Listen here. You didn't have to... Perhaps I did go too far. But they can't blame me. They agreed to be my pet. Indirectly, sort of. So it's not my fault, right? Time to keep following. Oh? What's this? No way. So there was someone. Flirting. No, obviously it's a misunderstanding. There's no way I could be replaced. They're infatuated with me. I'm better than those rabble over there. Surely they wouldn't trade me in, would they? Now this is truly something I'm not quite sure of how to feel. Let's see. Now it's time for Plan Alpha Delta. Obviously, I need to take things to a more drastic level. Yes, I need to make them jealous. Excuse me. You over there. Yes, you. Mind accompanying me for a moment? Oh, yes, you'll be compensated. In one way or another. Yes, this way. Ah, didn't expect to find you there. And who's this? Oh, the pleasure's all mine. And here we are. This is my, my significant other. Clearly, they're just confused and... Listen. I see they're walking away, but... You've got some explaining to do, don't you? Oh, and here I was giving you the benefit of the doubt, lengthening your leash, only putting trackers on you instead of actually keeping you on a literal leash. What am I going to do with you? Also, you extra right there. I suggest you leave, unless you want a pro-assassin after you. I did save the world, after all. And if you think you can stop me, well, you'll be dead. I won't even say wrong. Because you won't have a chance to think it. Why don't we just put it to the test then? Ah, cowards, all of them. And you. my most unfaithful little pet. No, it's not my fault. Just because I'm controlling doesn't mean I'm not loving. Besides, you agreed to be my pet by sticking around. It was part of that contract. I tricked you. You agreed to sign, with help. And of course, nothing needs to matter now. You're all mine, right? Get back here. I'm not done talking to you. You can't just go like this. It wouldn't be right. Besides, I've never lost a pet before, and I have no intention of losing you like I did Koro-sensei. If you must know, it wounded me. It was what we all agreed to do. And yet, it didn't make it any easier. I felt empty. After it was all said and done, we had saved the world. We all knew how it would end. But if you must know, I never felt good about it. And I don't feel good about this. I don't know how to handle situations when they're out of my control, because nothing ever gets that way, and I refuse to let it, so you need to follow me. Just do it. It's not that hard, is it? Besides, would you please? I'm even willing to compromise here. Just don't force me to have to deal with this on my own. I've dealt with enough like that. Besides, putting that aside, you owe me one, don't you? I've spent so much time with you, and I'm obviously much better than most. And it'd be quite sad without you. No, you're just hearing things. Wipe that smile off your face, though I think I prefer it more to be your previous one. And why would you say that? I'm completely composed. You're just imagining it. Clearly, I'm not the one who lost my marbles. No, that was just a low blow. Damn it. So, what's it going to take? Obviously, I'm your benefactor, but if it takes this to convince you that, I've grown quite accustomed to our meetings, and I can't imagine what it would be like if you just took them away. I can't let that happen, and we quite simply need to think of your future. Yes, your future would be more secure by my side. See? Now you want to stay, right? Look, I don't want things to be, you know. Look at me, pretending to be nervous, just to sate your expectations of the situation. I wouldn't want to intimidate you with my superior reasoning and calm skills. So, the moral of the story is I'm giving you what you want, so you must stay with me. You're legally obligated by this contract. That doesn't matter. Now, come along. We have much to do. How I feel about you. Well, of course I feel strongly, and perhaps I've been too strict. I'll remove the trackers if you promise not to go too far away. What if I would be horribly bored and need someone to accompany me to the grocery store? Or better yet, to make some money by, taking advantage of idiots. The point of the matter is, I think I want you to stay around. And I think you should appreciate my company. My time isn't cheap, And besides, you owe it to yourself to be by my side. It'd be a shame if you chose to squander your paramount destiny. Besides, I think I am quite fond of you beyond, just a pet. I think I want you to be a little bit more than that. Nothing too crazy. It'd be a shame if we got our relationship all mixed up. But just this once, I'm willing to cut you 25% of my everything. And perhaps in time, it'll work to be 100%. Understand, I've never made a deal like this with anyone. I've never opened up this much of myself. It's not my comfort zone, but it's something I want to try. And besides, I've never in all my life met someone as exemplary as you. You're such a good pet, but I think you'd make a better significant other. No, I'm not flustered, I swear. I'm doing it for your sake, obviously. Would I lie to you? The answer is yes. I mean, no, of course not. And, well, you're very special to me. I can't exactly let you go. In any case, you have no choice but to obey me. I'm obviously the greatest in the world, so of course you'd want to spend all your time with me, right? And I'll be your boyfriend. Instead of, well, I could be your boyfriend and master. It's better than the current arrangements, right? You'll be closer to my equal. As if anyone could be that. Well, I mean, you could be pretty close. I'd consider you the best person in the world, isn't that enough? Having someone as great as me, that ought to count for something. You've been in my favor so far. Let's not have that stop. Just because I'm so much better than everyone else doesn't mean that you have to lag behind anyone except me, of course. Besides, I've got plans for you yet. Lots of them, actually. Together, we can make a lot more happen. We'll be profitable, have fun, and make use of the peasants of the world. Not that I'm saying that anyone's really a peasant. It's just they're not as gifted as me. I think a lot of people misunderstand my stance on it. I'm just better. It doesn't make people bad. It just makes them less adequate. Far less adequate, we'll say. Oh, you know me so well. It's exactly that. Well, you could put it that way, but it's less eloquent and... Oh, you know me so well. Anyways, why don't we do something more fun? Like, I get upset at you for having eyes for someone that's not me. Obviously, I've made you an offer you can't refuse, so you must be mine. And therefore, the transgressions of earlier were just mere practition of a greater sort. Oh, the person next to me. You could tell, couldn't you? Well, I'm just that amazing, but... What? Well, they weren't rehearsed, so unfortunately they didn't live up to my great expectations. Of course, they'd be let down. What a shame. They were no match for me. But at least you, maybe in a million years, could be. That's some hope to go on, so let's make it worth it. Let's have some fun now, shall we? And from a purely analytical standpoint, You can't do wrong with me. In fact, I couldn't do wrong with you. We're simply a match that needs to happen, and I'm glad you've accepted the circumstances. Well, yes, you didn't say exactly, but you didn't say no either, therefore signaling that I need to take the lead, show you how it's done, and... yes, but... Did I make you jealous? Oh, good, because you made me jealous. I mean, of course I'm above jealousy. You're mine, so there's no way I'd get jealous, right? Look, you should stop poking fun at that. I'm above such things, and... Point taken. Clearly, I misjudged you. There was some jealousy, but I assure you it was for your own satisfaction. That way, you know that I'm serious about you. That everything I do doesn't have to be around the more baser creatures. I just thought it was a shame that I lost to someone. No, not that insinuating that I did, but the hypothetical value of it. You know, the what if I had lost to them. Then it would have been too much. It would have been sad, pathetic, and definitely not something that I would do, by any means. Besides, why would you choose someone else besides this perfect man in front of you? Unless, of course, you found some kind of fault. Pride. Pride is what helps me be who I am. Also, is it really pride if I'm just that good? Besides, you should be grateful. I've allowed you to make the proper choice. I've helped you make it. Isn't that good enough for you? Oh, but a shame. Maybe you're not ready to see it yet, and fine, so be it. I'm more than okay with making you understand. So, why don't we dedicate the rest of our time today to explaining to you why I'm better than the rest. First of all, we'll go and get ourselves a meal this time. I'll pay for things, even if last time I didn't. So what? You were my underling, so now that I'm to treat you as an equal, I need to rethink some things, and one of those things is making you feel just a bit more special. I'm not opposed to it, and besides, I kind of like your smile. It makes me feel as though I'm successful, more so than I already am, of course. Which is saying something. Perhaps you're a good luck charm and will help me become so much better. Now, what can we do about that pesky little apprehension left? Obviously, we'll have to go to a 3-star restaurant. No, a 10-star restaurant. Does such a thing exist? No, that's because it's my home. Be grateful. No one's gotten to go to my humble abode. Why not since... No, never. Because I bought it with part of the money I got for saving the world. It's quite the place. Overlooks the entire city from the mountaintop. Of course, it's nothing too drastic. Just tell the maids and butlers what you want them to do, and they'll get it for you. Also, I'll call my personal driver. Yes, Joffrey. Come on now. No, that won't do. Put the lunch down and come here immediately. Yes. Never fear. I'll let you have some table scraps once we get there. Sounds good? I thought so. See you in exactly 3 minutes. Oh, he can be such an agreeable fellow when he knows if he disobeys me, something bad would happen. Particularly, I'd get angry and he'd get sad. Not for the reasons you're thinking. I wouldn't fire him. No, I like to make my subordinates loyal. I just use his own desires against him. Tantalizing, trusting, and traumatic. I like these 3 words to describe exactly how I would do it. I'll let your imagination imagine the rest. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise. I do have a entertainment room that I want to show you. No, I wouldn't hurt you. It's just a figure of speech. Torture is the same as love, isn't it? Unless you have a better definition. I'm going to continue to call it that. Now onward. It looks like he's going a bit early. Ooh, congratulations. He realized that it was a trick question, and I meant less than 2 minutes. I applaud you, Joffrey. You saved yourself a nice job parking the limo. It is such a long one, so I know it can be such a pain to park. Oh, the troubles of life. Am I right, my dear? I could still call you my pet if you want, but that might be mean. And as you know, a gentleman can't be mean, just honest. Also, that outfit choice. We'll have to get you into something that actually matches. Sorry, maybe your sense of style just needs to level up a bit. If you hang around me, you'll be able to do something about that. Others, I fear, just won't be able to tell you that. Now, don't you appreciate my honesty? No one else has that kind of skill. Except for assholes, and no one would be that around here. Now come. We've got a mansion to go to. Well, not so much a mansion as a reasonably sized 30-room house. Whatever you'd like to call it, it doesn't matter. It's just my humble abode and the humble abode of all my servants. Oh, sorry, that would be a mistake. They reside in the guest house, of course. No, the servants' quarters. Sometimes I still need some getting used to of all these fancy names for everything. After all, I used to live in a fairly... Oh, never mind, I don't have that backstory. Guess it was someone else. I've always lived in a lap of luxury. We'll just leave it at that then. Now off we go, Joffrey, and step on it. If the police stop us, we just bribe them as usual. Tisk tisk, I've never let you down, so why would you think that? Of course, I wouldn't disappoint. There's no reason for that. And if there's no reason and no fun to be had, why would I dare try it? Unless I want to, of course. Fate can be so whimsical, and so can I. So, why don't we enjoy ourselves on the drive? There's no need to hold back. I have sparkling grape juice and some fresh caviar. Well, the chef in the back prepared it, so don't mind. Now, Pierre, why don't you show us what's on the menu? Ah, yes. Beautiful. So some foie gras and beef Wellington. Seems to be a good combination. But what about the side dishes? Don't tell me you forgot. An arugula salad. Ah, with a rare herb from China. Not bad, Pierre. I might have to give you a raise or throw you a bone. You know better than to say that. No, just pretend he's not here. He's just one of my many underlings. I stole the 5-star chef by, well, my most special means that I know. Convincing him with money, fame, fortune, blackmail, you name it. Just the normal business decisions, and it's all very boring how it happened. Oh, those puppy dog eyes of his. I'm sure he shows them to his... Well, let's not get into it. As for you, my dear, are you enjoying the meal? It's not bad, but I've had better. I can't wait till we get home for the real meal. I know this is quite a meal itself, but I didn't intend to eat it, nor should you. Pierre, I must have a word with you once we get home. I'll show you how it's done again. Then you can mimic it and learn. No, yes, he's a 5-star Michelin chef, but I'm just better. There's a reason why I'm confident. I told you it's not just pride. Did you think just because I didn't show it, that I didn't have the backing? Well, your dumbfounded expression tells all that I need to know. Of course you would. You're a simpleton like the rest. But you're my simpleton. Aren't you glad you got strung up with me? Maybe we should get married today. Then you won't have any way of resisting. When I want you to be my, my other half. A useful one at that. Now we'll just have to realize that end goal. Don't be too impatient now. Otherwise, we'll have to waste more time explaining things. And I wouldn't want to do that. After all, it's what I want. That's what happens. Spoiled? No. I've made this with my own hard work. Why would I be spoiled just because I like to spend it nicely? Besides, I intend to spoil you too, so you must get used to it. Got a problem with that? I didn't think so. You were too busy enjoying yourself. Oh, sorry. Oh, did I put words in your mouth? At least they were true ones. I could have put lies, and that wouldn't be nice. Then again, I'm too good for that. Wouldn't you say? Ah, would you look at that? Here we are to my humble abode. Let's get going. In you go, and welcome. Like I said, the maids are on the left, the butler's on the right. You can use them as you will. They're my loyal servants, and they know that if they disobeyed even the slightest, well, they wouldn't be in good standing anymore, now would they? That would cause many problems. Oh, that shaking is just them so happy to serve. Isn't that right? No need to worry. They're loyal, but they're loyal of their own will. And besides, I need to make you some real food. So, what do we have? How about I make it a surprise? You wait right here, and I'll be right back. Pierre, this way. Like I was telling you, I need to teach you how to do things properly. Now, this is how you make it. Sorry, I hope you didn't wait too long. I did have to hold his hand a bit. Pierre's not too good with our language. What a shame. I'll teach him another day, but at least I know French, so it works. I learned it from a friend of mine. He sparkles sometimes, and I hear he's from a far-off place, a pretty cool school, though I remain unconvinced. Now, why don't you dig in? That good, huh? Well, would you expect anything less from me? I don't like that look you have. It's almost like you're saying you did expect less. How could you? You wound me. But because I happen to care about you, and because you're very useful to me, I love you, I will forgive you this time. Oh, look at you. You're so cute when you're flustered. Why don't I feed you? Open your mouth and say, ah. That's right. You're cute when you take my orders, too. Tell me, do you like it? Me ordering you around? Everyone else does. They seem to enjoy it. Perhaps I'm just a born leader. No, perhaps in it. I am a born leader. Your eyes tell me as much as I need to know. And I didn't even need any wasabi or spicy mustard this time. Oh, sorry, it was a bad joke. Instead of that, you should focus on a good one. Like the other people that aren't me. How does it feel? Having a boyfriend who feeds you, that's also the best man in the world. Here, have another bite. Say ah. Too slow. What? I couldn't let you go that easy. And besides, it's fun to see the surprised look on your face, too. You're quite an anomaly, and the most fun to tease in this entire world. That makes you the best at something. Aren't you happy? You can compete to me there. Now, here's your real bite. Say ah. Now that you've had your bite, I'll take my dues. What? You can chew, so long as I just merely kiss you on your neck. How does it feel to have me lavish you with kisses? Something tells me you'd like it to be a word that rhymes with that. Maybe ravish? I could ravish you. Or I could ravage you. Or I could just tease you some more. I wonder what it is you want, because they're all options. And besides, after today, I feel refreshed. You may have put me on the spot for a few things, but you did so justly. It impressed me so much that I want to tease you that much more. What? It comes with the grounds of being my beloved. Not like you could complain. Even if we played pretend, you couldn't convince me that you're not into my teasing. I know you like it. The feeling of me holding you in the palm of my hand, your very life dancing at the cusp of all my desires. You want to be led, don't you? You want to be led by a cocky bastard like me, because I'm just better. The difference between me and most that are cocky and full of themselves, I'm just better. It's always such a simple answer, but when you ask a simple question, you get a simple answer, right? And the world asked the question a long, long time ago, and ever since, I've just been the best there is. No question. Oh, yes. You're quite something yourself. Then again, I wouldn't have noticed you if you weren't. What's the matter? Getting flustered? Good. Why don't you eat your meal while I have dessert? Having trouble eating? I wonder why. I'm barely doing anything. Don't tell me. You're just that much of my pet still. That's no good, you know. I can't just leave you like that. We'll have to solve this in a different way, won't we? Perhaps you need a different kind of food. Perhaps you want to get fed from a real man. What's the matter? It was just a kiss. Is there something bothering you? Something on my face? Or is that blush just your way of saying you love me? Not bad. The fact that you do love me is its own reward. As much as I talk, I do feel, you know. And I do have a heart. And it goes out to you. Just, I can't let you have all the wins. Or most of them. Just every now and then. I'll throw you a bone, just like I did Pierre. I taught him something new, and I'll teach you something new. Now, if you'll excuse me, servants? No, don't mind it. I would have carried you myself, but it seemed less classy. Now come along. We're going to my own personal reception chamber. You must familiarize yourself with the place. It is, however, 25% yours now, isn't it? Provided you don't break my heart or betray me. Not that you would think of those things. You're not clever enough. Well, unless you fooled me, and then woe is me. What a cruel fate to befall someone as beautiful and flawless as me. Your reaction is priceless, however. For all my riches, I couldn't buy a better one. That's what makes you special. In all my years, I've never met someone as fun as you. Haven't you wondered why, despite all your trouble, I kept coming back, and you kept coming back too? Because we both enjoy the other one. Our elements. You enjoy being teased by me, and I enjoy making you the teasee. Yes, I am the teaser, you are the teasee, as it should be. Sometimes you do get carried away. Trying to dethrone me, are you? But I'm the king of this castle, and therefore I say no. What are you going to do about it, then? You can leave us. Welcome to my torture chamber. What? It's a simple room. There's nothing too crazy. Oh, you thought I meant an actual one. No. That'd be too drab and dark. I like to keep it stylish, like me. Is there a problem with that? Oh, didn't think so. Well, you didn't say anything, but you spoke with your body language. My torture chamber, as I would label it, is a overzealous game room. Just the games are a little bit more high stakes. I like to win, and that's why it's perfect. Unless you had a plan. Oh, right. We'll have to do something fun then. But what? Now, how is it, my cute little love? You want to spend the rest of your night with me? I've got some ideas, and, well, there's some that are more invasive than others. But seeing as you seem to crave some cuddles, I'll be obliged to make sure you feel welcome. Now come here. Come now. You shirked away so genuinely. I thought maybe you were afraid of me. No, not a proud person such as yourself. No, you wouldn't be afraid of the perfect man who's yours. Now come here. That's right. Just relax into my embrace. You do belong to me now. So, I need to take good care of you. Why don't you just relax like this? We can cuddle and make sure tonight passes fairly normally. Now that I've displayed my clear victory in disputing me, bold of you to assume I'd let you. But that's fine too. You can think what you will, but I'm sure we both know who wins in the end. Where is it you're staying? Who is it you're dating? Who is it you give in to and try and compete with only to lose? Oh right, Karma Akabane, me. You're such a cute one, aren't you? Especially when you're flustered or embarrassed just like that. Perfect. I wouldn't have you any other way, so why don't we enjoy some more quality time? I'll get the torture devices, friendly toys and entertainment. Maybe some drinks, or maybe something even more fun. You never know. I bet you thought I was gonna walk away right then. No, not letting you go that easy. Cuddles and love, they're important too. Even to someone as perfect as me, I've got this human heart. What a terrible curse. Well, you've helped me sate it for now. I could at least reward you with some tight cuddles and a soft kiss. I'll be taking that. What? Of course I mean that kiss, and every single kiss for the rest of your life. There's no going back on it, because you signed a contract. Oh, no. It clearly states you don't have to know you signed it. I forged your handwriting. Don't worry, it's perfect. Now, no matter what you do, you'll always be mine. Oh, don't fret. I'm not going to abuse this or hold this over your head. This is just a contingency in case you get any funny ideas of leaving me. After all, I'm the perfect man. I can't let you go looking at anyone else. Can I? You better not. Or I'll have to teach you why you're all mine.